And you have destroyed your image in front of the international community. And you know what else you've done? You brought the Muslims together, not just the Palestinians, because when they realize who the real oppressor is, who the real monster is, who the real Goliath is, they come together. And so too the Muslims have come together. And so too the Muslims will come together. Because it's in our apocalyptic texts that in fact at the end of days, there will be a Mahdi, a man who brings us to victory. Because we know how weak you are. You oppressive Zionists. You value your life. And the demand of someone who won't take risks and will be limited and scared and cowardly is that they have nothing to die for. And the truth of the matter is, let's be honest.
This video is for educational purposes only. You thought I was joking. You thought everything that I've been saying, I just been saying it. You just heard out of his own mouth that everything that's going on in Israel right now is uniting the Muslim world together as they wait for their Mahdi. What have I been telling you guys all this time? That everything that's going on in Israel right now, it's not political, it's spiritual. Because the Bible talks about this. So far, you've had 4 Islamic leaders to publicly say things about Israel and to be unalived soon after by God himself. One of them dropping dead in the middle of a speech. This type of stuff happened in the Bible. Now back to the Mahdi, the Sunnis or the Shias. Overall, Muslims believe that there is this end of days apocalyptic figure that will unite the Muslim world. He will be a political military leader. Some believe he'll be on earth around 7 years. In the Hadiths, he's mentioned to ride in on a white horse. It said he comes with an Islamic form of Jesus. The biblical Antichrist rides in on a white horse. He's a political military leader. He unites Israel's enemies. He literally comes with a fake Jesus in the book of Revelation chapter 13, known as the false prophet. And these are just a few of the parallels. I have videos breaking down a lot more parallels. Take a step back out of your emotions for a second and step into the Bible. Don't be influenced by the news, but be influenced by the word. And when you do that and you can look at it without biased lens, you'll see we're in prophetic times. Every single one of you Christians, and if you're doing it, I'm talking to you, that's siding with Muslims in this, you are literally siding with the Mahdi, who is the biblical Antichrist. Now, we don't know who the man is because that's just the title. You want to take it a step further? In Islam, they teach something called the Dajjal, who they call the deceiver. They say that the deceiver will be known as the Jewish Messiah. They say that he'll raise the dead, perform miracles, that he'll come back and he'll fight with Jews. Who does that sound like? That's the biblical Jesus. 60+% of what they say about Dajjal describes the biblical Jesus. So they're positioning it so that when Yeshua comes back, the real one, everybody will be set against him. But when Mahdi comes on the scene, oh, he finally comes to get justice. No. Then their version of Jesus is said to come back to break the cross and kill the swine and testify against Christians. With some of you, it feels like I'm talking to a brick wall, and I know why, because it's demonic strongholds. Paul writes to the church of Thessalonica, and it's a scary warning. He says that God will sin, but you see the process of this in the Old Testament. God allows it to take place because a person doesn't like truth, so he answers them according to the idol of their heart. But a great delusion will come upon those that don't love the truth, so that they'll believe a lie at the time of the end and link with the Antichrist. And if you don't want the truth of the Bible, no matter how bad that it tweaks your emotions, you're being postured for a lie, and God will give you over to it. But you just heard it out his own mouth. All this that's going on is laying the foundation for the Mahdi, which he'll come because he's the Antichrist. But I got better news. My Messiah, who is Yeshua, God in the flesh, the Word of God, come here. He comes to destroy the Mahdi and the false form of Jesus, the false prophet. Because Jesus in Islam is not the real Jesus. And tell him Ty Jackson said that. If you like content like this, you can follow for more as always. Now listen, for those of you that's interested in understanding the words that atheists or Muslims or Hindus speak to try to come against Christ and how to combat the hard questions, I'm doing a 3-day course that I'm sending out at the end of the month. The deadline's next week. If you're on TikTok, click the Eventbrite link in my bio to join, to sign up so it can be sent to you. If you're on IG, Instagram, you already know where to go. The link's in my bio or in my story. See you guys there.